There was an excellent study done between Boston College and the University of Arizona that looked at dogs related to a win-stay lose-shift strategy. And it was found that dogs operate with this exact strategy. Actually, people do as well. What the win-stay lose-shift strategy essentially says is when a dog is performing a behavior, person as well, when they're doing something and they are being reinforced by whatever it is that they're doing, they're going to stay with that behavior because they're constantly winning. Winning feels good. It's a confidence boost for sure. Also, it's fulfilling the dog's needs. The loose shift aspect of this strategy is when a dog is performing a behavior and they are not getting what it is that they're looking for. When they recognize that they are losing, they're not getting what they want or need, they will shift their behavior to something else. And they will continue in this lose-shift circle until they find a win, and then they'll move back over here, and they'll stay with that behavior until it's a loss. So the best example that I like to speak to is jumping, because we're barking, because it is an attention-seeking behavior that so many people are driven nuts by. So if your dog is a jumper or a barker, they are seeking your attention. And if you are giving that behavior value, if you are looking at them, if you're speaking to them, doesn't matter what you're saying, dogs are not verbal creatures, they're going to go based off the pitch and tone of your voice. If you are touching them physically in any sort of way, if you are fulfilling what it is that they're looking for in that particular instance, which is some form of your attention likely, and you are giving it to them, you are reinforcing the behavior, they are winning, and they are going to stay with that behavior over and over and over again. Now, when they start to lose, so if instead of giving them that reinforcement and attention that they're seeking, if instead you close yourself off, you turn away from them, you are very specific about not making eye contact with them when they're looking at you and barking, they're then going to recognize, might take some time, like you're gonna have to be patient, like your dog has to think through this, but when you're consistent, your dog will understand, shit, I am not getting what I was last week. I'm not getting the eye contact. I'm not getting all the talking to or being touched physically in any way. I'm not being pet or even just moved off of, my owner. I'm losing. I need to try and pick something else. And oftentimes that's your moment to help guide your dog into what you would prefer them to do. So if your dog's jumping all over you and you close yourself off and they stop jumping and all four paws are on the floor for a hot second, that is your opportunity to use your lure, sit, and see if they will sit down. And when they do, good. Now your dog's going to start to learn, what the heck is going on here? I just won. My person just walked through the door. I'm super excited. They closed themselves off to me when I jumped all over them. I landed on the floor. They asked me to sit. I sat. Now they're giving me the attention that I'm seeking. Well, maybe this sitting thing is pretty good. Now, granted, in that first time, your dog might be super excited and start jumping on you again, or maybe start barking, right, or acting erratically. But as I keep saying, with consistency, patience, regular practice, your dog is going to understand. It's the sitting down, it's the being calm, it's those behaviors that are getting me the win. Well, I'm not going to start jumping anymore because the jumping doesn't get me what I'm seeking. I'm going to shift my strategy to what my person is teaching me, and I'm going to start sitting down and waiting for that interaction with my person. So the win-stay, lose-shift strategy is absolutely how your dog is thinking and operating as they perform different things. So use it to your advantage, especially with behaviors that you might be experiencing that you no longer want to experience.